Hi, and welcome back to Neisha Cuisine. My name is Neisha. I do thank you for the likes and all the following on my channel. Today on Neisha's Cuisine, we are going to do turnovers. I don't know if a lot of you know what turnovers is. It is like a bread dough stuffed with some coconut, and along the way, I'm going to show you how to do it. Remember, at Neisha's Cuisine, the first thing to do is always wash your hands. So just like every other stuff when you're making a dessert or anything, always make sure that you have the recipe there, because you don't want to put in anything or miss a step, because baking is a science. So I have already went ahead and weighed all of my stuff for this recipe already. And don't worry guys, the link is going to be in the bio for you. So we have flour, lukewarm water, we have yeast, we have sugar, we have shortening, we have margarine, we have spices, and salt. So let's get together. It says in a bowl, mix flour, salt together, and spices. So we're going to take our bowl, get our flour, some salt, and our spices. We have cinnamon, nutmeg, and spice. So we're going to go ahead now and mix them together in this bowl. It's smelling nice already. Make sure everything in the bowl is combined. Okay, now, so we're going to set this aside. So now we're going to get our next bowl. We're going to mix the water, the yeast, and sugar in a bowl. We're going to mix that. So then we go ahead and we're going to mix this together. So now to this mixture, we're going to add, let's move the essence. Just get my wooden spoon here. Of the shortening and the butter. Make sure we get it all there. And then we're going to take a spoon and just take off the excess. Don't make some sense you're beating up the pan. And that's good to go. And then we're going to mix this together. And this part you have to beat it up. So we're going to put on some gloves now, because we're going to pour the flour into this mixture and we're going to mix it together. So I'm going to put on gloves for that. So we have on our gloves. We're going to put the flour inside the mixture and we're going to form it into a dough. So this is when you get your hands mix up into it, and we're going to just mix it into a nice dough there for you. Oh, so it's mixing now. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I hope you all continue to like all of my recipes that I'm here doing for you guys. So we're going to mix this until it becomes a dough. And when I'm done mixing, I'm going to show you all guys how it's look when it's mixed. So after you're kneading it and the tea is not sticky or anything on your hand, you just put it in a bowl here. And we're going to let it rest 15 to 20 minutes. But I have learned this one from my mother. So we're going to take a cloth some warm water. And we're going to let it sit for 20 minutes. We're just going to let it sit here for 20 minutes. So after 20 minutes of the dough being rested for, we're going to knead it again. See how she's doubling in size? So you give it a good kneading. You wet the cloth again. Make sure it's keeping it damp. Remove excess water. And you let the dough rest for 10 more minutes. So after 10 minutes, this is your dough here. So what are we going to do now? We're going to take our scale and we're going to measure them out to 2-ounce balls and then set aside. So I'm going to sprinkle your surface so the balls wouldn't get stick. Good. We're going to, I'm going to put a little bit more here. So we're going to take our dough out the bowl, part it off into 4 sections so we're able better to get it managed. We're going to on our scale. There's our ounces, and we're going to do a 2-ounce ball. You know, it don't have to be perfect, that will do. And we go ahead and just roll it into a ball. And we're going to set that aside and we're going to continue to do the rest of 2 ounces balls there. So after that, we roll out each of the dough into balls. Right here, this is how they look. We're going to put a cloth over them and we're going to let them rest for another 10 minutes. I know it's a lot of work, guys, but trust me, when the turnover is finished, you're going to taste, trust me. Oh, my husband loves my turnovers. So I need another cloth, so I'm just wetting another one. So we just have the cloth here over it, and we're going to let these rest for 10 more minutes here for you. So after 10 minutes of the dough, we are getting ready now to put the coconut inside. We're going to roll them out and then we're going to put them on to the pan. Just give it a slight thing there. The spam, the pan, not spam, pan. Just make sure you get the corners. So for our mixture, we have our coconut, and we're gonna put in some sugar. Mix it all together. Make sure it's all combining good. Looking lovely. So we're gonna take our dough, flatten it out, and we're gonna roll it into a square. I forgot to flour put a little flour in the tin. So a little bit more because it's just sticking. Well, much better. So we're going to take a spoonful full of the sugar mixture. You're going to put it in. And now then you're going to roll it. Make sure we have the coconut here. Make sure ends. And here you have it. So we're gonna go ahead now and we're gonna do the rest of the turnovers here for you. So after that we roll out our dough and we put the coconut inside of it. This is how it looks. So what we're going to do now, we're going to cover it and we're going to let this rest for 20 minutes and then it's going to go in the oven. So after the 20 minutes, I'm going to put it in the oven there for you. So after 20 minutes of resting, this is how the turnovers look. So the next step that we're going to go ahead and glaze it with some sugar and water, and then we're going to sprinkle some sugar on top. Go ahead and get the glaze going. Don't be stingy now, ladies and gentlemen. Just don't be stingy. So this is really not a difficult process. At this time, I have already started to preheat the oven to 350. After and here's the glaze on. So after we done glaze them, we'll go ahead and we're gonna sprinkle some sugar on top of them. Also, don't be stingy with the sugar. If you have a hump like this one here, you just see, we'll brush that one out. So then after we done glaze these, we're going to put them in the oven for 20 to 30 minutes until they are finished cooked. Trust me, when these are finished, they're going to be just lovely. So after we finish glaze and sprinkle on it, we're going to place them in the oven. So we will let that bake for 20 to 30 minutes. So after 25 minutes of baking, this is how your turnovers come out. They smell really lovely. So you're going to take out one and cut it for you guys. So I'm going to use this one here because you know it's hot and it's better for me to hold. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take off a turnover. Oh, it's like so soft. And get it coming up here. So after we take out our turnover, just going to slice it in half here. So after we slice it in half here, here we have the coconut inside going all the way around. And this normally will goes good with a glass of Mavi. Here you have it, guys. Turnovers. Thank you so much for watching Neisha's Cuisine. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification button to my channel. Thank you so much again for watching. Until next time.